You ready? All right. It's disheartening. I feel for these guys in so many ways. Our crowd was great. I feel for them. I feel for our crowd. I mean, for our players so much, and we just cannot get that both ends put together in a consistent way. And too many times in this game, we gave up the straight line drive. We guard the first dribble or the initial drive, but it's that second dribble, and we just opening up, and we don't do that in practice. And it's happening because we're not in the gaps as much as we need to be. And because a guy makes a three, then we get a little uptight with it, whether it's man or zone. But we've got to do a better job of guarding the ball, right? The initial drive, the initial action that starts the drive and kick. And then the bigger issue is we've got to have more hand pressure. We've got to have more, we've got to be a deterrent, okay, when they're in a disruptor, when guys have the ball and they're shooting the ball. There's just too much comfort when people are shooting it. Rather, we're there, but we're not there with our hands extended and flexed. And we work on shot challenges every day. And we just have to do a better job in the game. It's not the offense. We're gonna score. We're also gonna have some lulls. It's part of the game. We can control our hand pressure and our hand and our flex of our wrist and the whole thing better. We're not as good guarding the ball, but that's why we got to be in the gaps to detour the guy from believing he can get into a straight line. And we just didn't do enough of that. So go ahead.
Okay, we're going to go straight into questions. First, we're going to go to Anthony Dasher and then Chip Towers.
Hey, Tom, obviously the 10-0 run to start the second half was the crucial part of the game. I mean, just kind of what happened there.
Can you give me more value? We didn't have the right urgency. We had a couple of turnovers. They were unaggressive, right? We lose the ball in the post, and they got some runouts. The first 5 to 8 minutes of the second half are so crucial. And we closed the half, even though we were down, I think we were down 7. It's not a big deal, right? You just come back out and we got to go. And we did not have that urgency with our own offense in the sense of how strong we have to be with the ball. And then the same thing on the defensive end. We're just not challenging with authority enough the way that we have to when it comes to guarding the basketball when the guy goes into a shot. So that was it. I'll have to go back and watch the film for a blow by blow of that. I don't have that recollection, but that's why I called the timeout, because we were doing self-inflicted things, right? With not getting our hands up or losing the ball when we don't need to lose it.
Yeah, Coach, big picture, you got 2 more left to get a win here. How can you get a win? Can you get a couple more wins before you get there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We expected to win today. I mean, you can't, it's the way they work and the way we prepare, and we're not working and preparing like a team that's won one game. And unfortunately we have, it's all we've won, but we're not preparing like that. And we've got to stay with that. And as I say to these guys, the more adversity kicks in, all right, the harder it is to fight it off. But you have to fight it off. You have to fight the mentality and all those things off if you want to be successful in life. And it's not just about winning games, which is obviously what we want to do, but it's about the mindset that you have to have moving forward. So I fully expect that we'll continue to do that. And we'll be ready to go on Tuesday night against a great Tennessee team.
Okay, next we're going to go to Mark Weiser and then Jack Leo.
Tom, Fleming had not really been lighting it up shooting last stretch of the games, some single-digit games, but was 11 of 18 today. Was there a matchup problem? What were they able to exploit?
Well, we didn't defend him as well as we should have, right? I mean, because you're right. I mean, the numbers don't bear that out. He had a great day, but they made 14 threes as a team. And a lot of it's what I covered in the sense that they're not feeling pressure of shooting of the ball. We wanted to have Cario on Appleby to put some length on him. We're just not doing a good enough job of making them feel us or see that hand extended early enough. All right, we're there. We just got to do it with more urgency. And I think he was the benefactor of that. He's a good player, no doubt about that. And they've got a really good team. And we allowed them to gain confidence because there wasn't enough pressure on their shooting.
Yeah, Coach just answered my question.
Okay.
Okay, next we're going to go to Drew Beal and then Lance McCurley.
Hey, Coach. You guys took much better care of the ball today. I think the 10 turnovers was tied with a season low from the Auburn game. But you talked a lot about the defense, and obviously you spoke to this, but how much, just from an initial reaction, do you think kind of the outcome sort of boils down to not getting a couple stops at the right times?
Oh, I don't think there's any question. And I think the charge call on Carriel around the 8-minute mark, and it hurt our momentum, because then we come down the other end and they end up getting an and one. It's a 6-point swing. And it just is what it is, I guess. But you know, I thought it was clean. I thought it was clean. It's either a no call or a blocking foul. And but I'm not out there officiating it. But little momentum swings like that hurt. And so, in answer to your question, it is. It's a couple stops in a row. We didn't get 3 stops in a row enough today, right? That's we had 2 at halftime, right? Like, it's a big thing for us. You know, how many times in a game do you get 3 stops in a row? Deflections, and how many times you get 3 stops in a row? And you have to continue to work towards that. But you got to bear down. And again, the shots they're making, they're not, like I've said, they're just not feeling. And we've had some other games that are like this. They're just not feeling enough pressure, all right, of somebody in their face, literally, or extending up. They just have too clean of a look.
Hey, Coach, kind of what happened from the 3-point line? I think y'all started 4-6, and I think to end the game, it was maybe 5-17. Did Florida kind of start guarding y'all on the perimeter more? And just going down the stretch, kind of talk about Castleton and Bridges going to get him a rebound. I think he had him 12-7 on the boards.
Yeah, I at the 3-point shooting, we missed some good looks. They made some, and we didn't. So I think, you know, they defended well. They guard the perimeter, but that's where the cutting game comes in. The screening game on the ball, getting the ball reversed like we do. We missed some open threes, and I thought the ball continued to move. There were a few times that we probably over dribbled it, but I think we missed some open shots.
Okay, lastly, we're going to go to Jordan Hill.
Yeah, Tom, free throw shooting's been something you guys have done a really good job at as far as getting to the line, and didn't really have that in the first half. I don't think you guys got to the line until, you know, a few minutes in the second half. Just how big of a difference was that, especially when the game was close?
Well, it's a huge difference, especially when the other team is outscoring you by 15 at the 3-point line. It's a huge difference. And we average a lot of free throws. You know, we shoot them well, but we average a lot. And the game is fast paced. It's moving, and we're attacking the rim a lot, right? So we just didn't get enough. We need them. When you have a margin for error that's as slim as ours is, you need every advantage you can get. And getting fouled at the rim are big parts of it.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you.
Coach.
Thank you.